Please, please, what do you want from my life? Oh, he won't leave me alone. All these years I've been running. Oh, a traveller. Jonah the Traveller. Representing derby hats. Braces for the trousers. Here you go, my good man. They'll keep your pants up. I also have fair lady fancy buttons. They'll look good on you, ma'am. And hard, tight grips. Perfect for keeping your hair in place. Here we go. Just for you. I only carry good brands in the bag. Ask them in Tarshish. Ask them in Aleppo. In Carthage even. They all know Jonah ben Amittai. Regular call once a month for over 30 years. I don't complain. Only, I'm tired of running, that's all. At last, I'm tired. I got this good pitch here at last, so I shouldn't have to run with a suitcase anymore. And still he nags me. All right, I heard. I'm going. What happens to me shouldn't happen to a dog.
Hey, it's a good pitch you've got going here.
It is good.
So what are you looking so down in the mouth about?
Oh, what's the use of talking? It has to happen to me.
What happens?
This dream.
What dream? What dream?
I tell you, it's the most terrible dream. It comes like the voice of a bird and chirping in the middle hours of the night. Ark! The end of the world is at hand. Ark! The end of the world is at hand.
Could be right. Lots of other people have thought the same.
So all right then, let it be the end of the world. Is it my problem? Am I to blame?
No, but you've got nothing to worry about.
Is that all it says? No, yes, certainly that's all it says. I mean, what else should it say?
Well, nothing. But if that is all it says, well, you've got nothing to worry about. I mean, think about it. If it is the end of the world, what can you do about it? And if it isn't the end of the world, you've got nothing to worry about. Hey, I'll have half an ounce of Archangel Gabriel tobacco, thanks.
It's a good brand. You know, I opened the Tarshish territory for Archangel Gabriel.
I wouldn't smoke nothing else.
Oi, my money.
Oh, yeah, right.
And are we coming for the rest of you later?
Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp.
I hate birds. You know what it says? Arise, Jonah, arise. Go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it. I ask you, why pick on me? Why sort me out? Chirp, chirp. It's in my head all the time. I used to sleep 15 hours, like a short course of death, but no more. I hate birds. All right, I'm going to the docks for a ship. Certainly I'm on my way. Do you expect me to fly? If you're so clever and in such a hurry, make me sprout a couple of wings so I'll take off. It'd be quicker by air, but so far they've only invented the ship. Which way are you heading, shipmate?
Tarshish.
You don't say. Got a lot of good friends there. It's a beautiful place. Did you know in Tarshish they have more people over 100 years old than anywhere else?
Who wants to live so long?
In some circumstances, chirp, chirp, who would get a chance to live so long? Tarshish, eh? You know, if I'm going all this way to Nineveh, where I am certainly and eventually going, I could cut my journey short and look up a few old friends in Tarshish. I mean, why not? Is it a crime? Can you take passengers?
First class or tourist?
In the old days, when I used to travel for myself, nothing but first class for J.B. Amitai. But in these circumstances, one tourist, please.
Single or return?
What's wrong with you? Return, of course. I've got a wonderful little business waiting for me when I get back.
One more tourist coming up. Tarshish, return.
Cheers. I'll just spend a couple of days there and build up my strength. Then I'll give such a cry against Nineveh. I mean, it's a dangerous territory there. And what difference can a couple of days make? Thank you. Oh, it's a beautiful day for sailing. Any more for the fun ship? Chirp, the end of the world's at hand.
Oh, well, if it isn't troubling you.
The weather's gone over black all of a sudden.
In all my years, I never see a storm this time of the year.
Are we near Tarshish?
Are you balmy? We've been stuck out here for 5 hours, and all the wind does is try and blow us back. In all my years, I never see anything like it.
It's a perfectly natural phenomenon, just like St. Elmun's fire, caused by electricity in the atmosphere, you understand. I mean, take the sea serpent, for example.
Oh, I will.
The sea serpent is really a very big whale. Science proves it.
Well, I don't take no chances. After I tried every trick I know, I pray. You too, mate.
Yeah. You see, I already said my prayers today. To duplicate them would just be silly. When the evening comes, I'll say my evening prayers.
Don't take no chances. Pray now.
Oh, it should happen to a dog what happened to me. Listen, God, stop messing me about. Didn't I give you my solemn word that I would go to Nineveh? Ask anybody, anywhere in these territories. Jonah's word is his bond. Give me a break, just this once, Lord. All right, I'll take the very first ship from Tarshish to Nineveh. Please, the very first ship.
Here, did you make a sacrifice yet, mate? We got all the passengers making sacrifices to all the different gods. That way, we'll hit the right god sooner or later, and he'll stop the storm.
I tell you what, I will sacrifice this beautiful meat pie. I only ate a small portion of it.
Right, well, throw it overboard with the appropriate prayer.
All right, remember, God, the very first ship.
Aye, this is it, folks.
That's a perfectly natural phenomenon.
This man's the troublemaker.
It's got a perfectly natural explanation.
Overboard with him!
You
Overboard!
can't do this to me. I've got important business. I can drown in there. Ah! What happens to me should happen to a dog.
I never did like the look of that fellow. To me, he always looked like a troublemaker. Huh? What? You could live 1,000 years and not see a man swallowed by a whale. But who would believe such a story?
Smells like a fish market in here. Right. Now what am I going to do? Now I can't go to Nineveh. All I wanted to do was go to Nineveh. And look at me. Maybe I'm dead. I must be dead. Who would have thought being dead was a blackout in a fish shop? Maybe this is the end of the world. But if it's not, and if, for example, and don't laugh, I happen to have been swallowed by a whale, I categorically put it on record that if I could go to Nineveh at this moment, I certainly and definitely would go to Nineveh at this moment. Ah! Oh. Oh, yuck. Oh, whale vomit. Oh, it just gets everywhere. Honestly, God, sometimes I can't make you out. Oh, you got such a mysterious way of carrying on. Oh. So where's Tarshish? Tarshish? Huh. If I'm not dead, and if I'm not mistaken, and if my memory serves me right, then that great city over there in the distance is Nineveh. Oh, should happen to a dog what happens to me.
Jonah B. Amittai.
Oh, yes, Your Majesty.
You are up on a charge of vagrancy.
Huh?
Vagrancy.
Oh.
Also, it seems you have been talking a lot of seditious nonsense about the end of the world being at hand. Also, what's this? You keep saying chirp, chirp. All this paperwork is beginning to get me down. All night long I have the most terrible dreams. What do you have to say for yourself?
Just a minute. La 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 la. The Lord saith, cry against Nineveh, that great city, for its wickedness has come up before me. Stop. Yet 40 days and Nineveh shall be overthrown. Stop. The end of the world is at hand. Stop. Repent, lest ye perish. End of message. And that, Your Majesty, is what I've been instructed to tell you. Personally, it makes no difference to me. I should be just as pleased if Nineveh were not destroyed. For my part, it can carry on being just as wicked as you like. Though, if you were to ask my opinion, as a businessman of some experience, I would tell you that honesty is always the best policy. A satisfied client is always better than election promises. Especially, as I'm instructed to tell you, the government isn't going to last too long anyway.
What is the source of your information?
A little bird tells me every night.
A bird?
A little bird, chirp, chirp, makes just like that.
What colour are the feathers?
The feathers. Well, one wing is blue and the other wing's white. The breast is red, the tail's purple. But the funny thing is, the little bird has one brown eye and one blue. You are familiar with it?
I have been having the same dream.
What? So your little bird comes to me 100 times nightly and tells me to come to Nineveh and inform you that in 40 days you are completely in liquidation? And that's what I'm telling you? Oh, it's a madhouse here.
Let neither man nor beast, herd or flock taste anything. Let them not eat food or drink water, but let them be clothed in sackcloth and cry mightily unto God. Yea, that everyone turn from the evil that is within him and from the violence that is in his hands. That everyone turn from the violence within his hands for the sake of the smallest bird, for the bird also is God. Who can tell if God will turn and repent and turn aside from his fierce anger that we perish not?
Who can say? But if you ask me, I don't think so. Otherwise, why does he go to all this trouble? No, Your Majesty, this is the end. Still, you can always try. There's no charge in trying. It should happen to a dog what happens to me. Here I am at last. I give the king my solemn word that in 40 days it shall be the end of the world. And what happens? The 41st day is declared a national holiday. Government stocks rise, and I am the biggest fool in the Middle East. I am a laughing stock. That's all, a laughing stock. I don't move. I'm going to sit here until I get sunstroke. You can do what you like with Nineveh, Miniver, Schminiver. I'm finished. Yeah, 40 days and Nineveh shall be overthrown. Listen to him. Laugh your heads off. 3 or 4 hours, I won't hear you anymore. And I won't hear that damn bird either no more. I hate birds. By my life, what's this? A tree. And what do you know? Coconuts as well. With a patent straw. You just put it in and drink. Ice cold. Delicious. Huh. And what's this? The Tarshish Daily News. Well, this is certainly a novelty. I see Mrs. Zenkin's been presented with her third daughter. That's bad. And young Faisal was opening a cafe espresso bar on the high street. That's a good position. He should do well there. It's just like a summer holiday here now. And believe me, I earned a vacation. I've got to hand it to you, Lord. This is certainly a wonderful place you've got here. For land development, you're the tops.
A beautiful day.
Certainly wonderful weather we're having.
That's a remarkable palm tree. This I've never seen before.
It's got a straw too.
Whatever will they think of next, eh?
All right. Cut out the performance. You're an angel, right?
I must give you credit, Jonah. You're certainly quick off the mark.
Yeah, but an angel?
Archangel.
Oh, so now what does he want me to do? Oh, so I have to go back to Nineveh again, tell the king the Lord has changed his mind again. He's given him 10 days before he brings about the end of the world. He made a laughing stock of me.
What can you do?
Admitted. But it's a terrible way to treat someone that goes through all the things that I go through. And for what? Only he knows, and he's not telling. Fancy trees, though.
This is a wonderful tree. Do help yourself.
Perhaps just one more coconut. These coconuts are delicious. What a terrible thing to happen. Such a wonderful tree. With such trees, mankind could have lived in plenty forever. Quick death at the hand of some palm tree disease, I suppose.
There's a small worm that crawls through the arterial system of the tree, cuts off the life from the heart, and boom.
Quick death to that worm.
You notice something. How annoyed you are with this worm, which, after all, only killed a tree. Which, after all, didn't cost you even an hour's work. After all, we don't hear God complain. He made this tree come up in a night. He can make it go down the night after.
Cranks me. Such a beautiful tree should die like that. And what's now? I'm in the sun again. I could get a sunstroke any minute. Pity about that tree. Wait a minute. This is some kind of parable, isn't it? You're trying to teach me something, aren't you?
That's my boy. By this little experiment, he's saying that if you can feel sorry for this tree, which, after all, didn't cost you anything, why shouldn't he feel sorry for Nineveh, that great city in which there are 120,000 human beings, on whom, after all, he has taken a great deal of trouble, even if they don't know what time it is, or their left hand from their right hand. Also, we are told there are many cattle.
You got a point there. There was never any harm in those cattle. But if you don't mind, a question.
Yes, any help I can give you?
If God knows right from the start exactly what he's going to do about everything, right?
That's right.
Then he knows he isn't going to destroy Nineveh, right?
Right.
Then what does he want of my life? What's the point of all this expensive nonsense with whales and palm trees and so on?
You mankind, you can't see past the end of your nose.
So what's the answer?
You see? Frankly, I don't know.
Oh, it should happen to a dog.
Me too. After all, it's no joke following you or whichever prophet I happen to be assigned to around the whole time. You think it's such a wonderful thing to be an angel and do a few conjuring tricks? It should happen to a dog.
That's a good point. But on the other hand, whose dogs are we?
We are the dogs of God.
So,
Well,
whatever happens to a dog,
must happen to us, eh?
can you help me get home?
It would be a pleasure.
Thank you. On the way, could we stop off at Tarshish? I got a lot of good friends there.
That's a good idea, so do I. Have you heard that young Fievel has opened a cafe espresso bar on the high street?
I read it in the Tarshish Daily News. He's a clever boy.